Guys, welcome back to my channel Dark Infotech, and today I want to explain about the most important topic, guys. It's strings. So before starting that, I am Adik Sai, and let's continue our Python course, guys. So our today's topic is strings. Before that, I want to give a small recap for the yesterday's class, means before this video. What I mean, yesterday we discussed about the what is sets, dictionaries, list, and tuples, and how to create a list, how to edit a list, and how to show a single value in the list, and how to reassign the list, and how to upgrade or modify the values in the list. And after that we discuss about how to insert the list at the end of the list, or insert the value at the specific position. Along with we discuss about how to delete it at the particular end, and how to delete a value in the specific position by using pop and remove. By when inserting we learn about the append and insert, right? Like that we discuss lot about the list. Along with we discuss about the tuplets, sets, and dictionaries. We discuss about all the combo. Along with we discuss about the one, we just discuss about the one program recording this about the students marks data with an example. That I hope you understand the previous class. So it's very easy. Please practice more on this, guys. This is very important, guys, because in the real world projects we use most of this only. For example, let's take example of Netflix or a dictionary Hotstar or anything else like any OTT apps. You see one thing like a watch list, right? There is a one option is guaranteed, guys. In every app there is watch list, right? In watch list, how can you create a watch list? By using list only, guys. Like, see, just by using variable dot append and adding the particular movie or any web series name. That's it. It was automatically added to watch list, like that only, guys. The power of list is like that only. And in the list we can modify anything, but in the tuplets we cannot modify, right? And in sets we cannot modify also. You know that that is why we're discussing about. So the list is very most important, guys, along with the dictionaries also. I hope you understand. So in the previous class we discussed about that. Along with in this today video we'll discuss about the strings, because see, guys, um, so now before we start this, a small echo reminder like always on this channel. So if you are got a notes and open a notebook, try switching to a plan, text file, or a py session, and instead of printing anything out. So less paper, same learning. So little habit, but it adds up, guys. So okay, tree occurs over, let's go. Okay. So by the end of this video you will be able to process the text like a pro and format output so that it actually looks like clean, and valid user input like checking your password or email is actually valid, and manipulate the strings is basically any way of need. So that we have got a lot of ground to cover, so let's not waste time. So open your code editor like VS Code and etc., and just whatever you use, and let's begin. So guys, let's think actually what is a string. A string is a simple terms like as a text format, any sequence of character wrapping in quotations, letters, numbers, symbols, space, all of it. So in the Python we can create a string in three different ways. So let's create the string. So just using a variable name is equal to, in a single string we can do like that. After that, and let's create another variable city and store the variable that is Rajamundry. After that, bio. This is a multi-line string. What do you mean multi-line string means? You can write how many lines what you like a paragraph. In a one, you can save a one paragraph in a using a variable by using triple line string. The single quotes is usually perfectly valid, guys. Why we use double, and the second case why we use double quotes means if you use like, see, Ardix, so it will print the single quote. Let's see what will happen in the output. So write print name comma city comma and bio. So before that, just save this first and just run this. What will, let's see what will happen. See, Sai argdix. See, in argdix it was printed that single quote. So the double quote is used to print the single quotes when it is user time, and the triple quotes is used when we can use a multiple string, multi-line string. I hope you understand. So this is why you use the single quotes. So these are very important concepts. Please do not skip this and do not be neglected. It's very important. I hope that now we have something that tips us a lot of beginners, right? And we should you see that you can when you use a singular double quote. I hope you understand. And honestly, it doesn't matter to the Python. What matters is your text itself. And watch it like, for example, let's create a one variable that is quoted is equal to it's a sunny day, right? So let's print this, guys. Print of quoted. It's done. So before that, just type this one. After that, one second, guys. So before printing this, just first save this. After that, just print this. So it's printed the double quote. It printed a single quote in between the double quote. So that is the power of double quotes, guys. So if I did use a single quote for both, Python would get confused about where the string stands. So this is why I use double quote when when I want to print the single quote in the output. So that is the case we use them mostly in double quotes, guys. So just I want to ask one question, guys. Try creating a sheet that contains both a single quote and describes today weather, and use whichever quotation styles makes it work cleanly. I hope you understand. So just pause the video and just try this question once. Just create a one variable about the weather. When you're watching the video, once observe your surroundings and just share one point regarding your what's environmental, once what's the environmental around you. Just observe it and just create a string and just print it, and please share in the comment section, guys. Everyone is keeping the comment section. I was uploading nearly 8 videos regarding this Python, but there is no comment section, no comments, guys, regarding this. I hope please just comment this, guys. It's very interesting topic. Please focus on it. So after that, after I just pause the video and just attempt this question and see how much you understand up to now what I told. I hope you understand. So let's see what is the type of this particular string. Means let's see what's the type of this particular variable. So let's see, like, just print the type of quoted. So before that, just save this. After that, just print this. See, just printed the string. So that is what we're discussing about. So just printing the string of this. I hope you understand, guys. So that the string is a Python built-in type for text. So everything we do today revolves around this one data type. I hope you understand. The more foundational thing, like strings are immutable. I explained about the term immutable in the before class. What do you mean by immutable? Means, see, guys, if you want to change the value in a list, or if you want to change the value of a variable by using strings, then we can change it by directly asserting it. So that's the meaning of immutable. I think you understand. So that's a fancy word that just means once you created a string, you cannot change individually or the character inside directly. I hope you understand. And you can only create a new string based on the old one. I hope that. And we will see exactly what that means once we get to indexing. So just keep the word in your head. So it is immutable. I hope you understand. So let's recap up to now what I told. So just about that, what is a string? String is like a text format. So we discussed about that the single, double, and triple quotes. I hope you understand. Using double quotes when you text as a apostrophe and vice versa. And along with you just learn about the strings are immutable. So this is the topic we discuss about what is a string and while creating a string, which types of quotations we use? Single, double, triple quotations. Along with, when you use double quotation, it allows the extropy values also. Along with, we discuss about it's also immutable. I hope you understand. And along with, you discuss about what's the type, how to print the type of the particular variable by using strings. So this is the one we discuss about. So along with, so the next topic is indexing. So let's think, what is indexing? So in the previous class we discussed about that in a list, we can save multiple values in one variable. In that, it starts with 0 to n minus 1 times if we have saved the n values in a list. Like that, in a indexing, for a string, it also follows indexing. So see, we know that the string is a sequential of characters. That means every single character inside has a specific position, that's called index. Similarly, guys, in the list we said that 0 to 1 n minus 1 variables are present, values are present in a one list. It contains n values, right? Like that, for n letters in a string, then it will contain 0 to n minus 1 locations for the particular string. So let's give an example, then you can understand easily. Like, see, word is equal to Python, right? Python. So let's give an example about this. So Python. After that, 0 1 2 3 4 5. So these are the position of this, guys. I hope you understand. We're discussing about the positions. I hope you understand this. So this is from start to end. Like, see, starting position for P is 0 and Y is 1, T is 2, H is 3, O is 4 and N is 5. So for example, the Python containing 5 letters, so it starts from 6 letters, it starts from 0 to 5. From what? From starting to ending. I want to comes from end to start. So what will happen here? So easily it becomes -6. 1 second, it's consuming a lot, so let's adjust this. See, -6, then -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. 1 second, I want to adjust this one so you can understand easily. Like that. Yes, see, for the reverse, it from last to start, means the n to start, the n will becomes -1, O becomes -2, H becomes -6, T becomes -4, Y becomes -1, 5 and P becomes -6. So this is from what? Start to end, and this is from end to start. I hope you understand the difference between them. So it's very important, guys. Please do not forget this. So I want to grab one letter regarding this. So just print the word of the particular position. I want to print the H. What is the H position? Is 3. So just keep a 3 here, and before that just save this one and just run this. See, printed H. So I want to print H. So by using this, I just printed H like that. So I want to. You also want to answer this first. So word of 1. Word of 5, word of -2, word of -3. So let's say, please see the question properly and just remember the previous concept I told in the last video, and please, because see, the list and these strings also both are same concept for indexing. So don't need to worry, it's very easy. So but there is one difference, it will count the particular value as a index, but your particular letter for index, that's a change. That's it, guys, don't need to worry about that. So just tell me the answer for this line. So let's tell me the answer for this, guys, for this 26th line. Tell me the output in the comment section. I will wait, guys. Just please pause the video and think twice. Just read the question twice and just think about it, and just attempt this question, guys. I will wait for 2 minutes. So after that, just continue of this video, and I just running the line. So let's see what will the output. So see, for the one position, what is it print y. For fifth position, it print 10, and minus 2 position, it print o, and minus 3 position, it print h. So this is the output of this, guys. I hope you understand. It's very easy. So this is the one I want to discuss about right now. So let's see what I want to ask another question also, guys. Like print word of 10. Actually, guys, let's predict this output right now, because see, in the last video also I discussed about this topic, guys. So please tell me the output. What would be? It will execute or it shows error. Just share one thing, guys. I hope you understand. So just pause the video, think a bit, and recollect the previous class I just uploaded. So just please listen this. I hope you understand. So after this, just please share your answer in the comment section, guys. Do not skip this one. And after that continue this part. So I hope you just share the answers in the comment section. So let's see what will be the output. So it forms the index error. I hope you understand, guys. The string index out of the range. So what do you mean that? In the last class we discussed about this, guys. If you ask the particular value or particular letter to be printed, particular character should be printed, if in this range only, guys. If you ask the out of the range, it shows the index error. So that is the one we want to discuss that. After that, I want to discuss that one topic about this. So we just understand that we just told in the previous class how to find the length of a list, means how many values are stored in a single variable. So like that, how many characters are stored in a single character. Then what we use, just create a one variable, that is again word is equal to something like Python programming, right? So after that, just print the and use one keyword, guys, that is length of word. So this is the power of that, guys. See, let's see what will output. Just run this. Let's see what is output. Shows 18. So it also includes the space, guys. See, 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Means I start from 0 to 17. That means 18 characters. I hope you understand, guys. So it also includes the space, guys. Space is also a character, because see, we just learned about the one thing like ASCII codes. ASCII codes means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. It has nearly 256 characters, guys. So in that, every character has some specific code. Like see, for capital A, it's 65. So it has some code. Along with it has a code for space. Space means the space also space button means it has the number is maybe 32, I think 32 or something. So that is the one I want to discuss. So this is the one I want to discuss, guys. So do not forget length. Length tells you exactly how many characters are in the string, and which helps you avoid the out of the range error in the first place. I hope you understand. So this is the one I want to discuss that. After that, now remember, guys, I just told that strings are immutable, right? Means we can change a character. So let's see how can you change. So in the list we discuss about that how can you change one. So using this same 1 second. we discuss about this. I want to discuss by using the same variable only. So let's see how can you like. So how can you change that? Just creating again word of 0 only. I want to store with, I just want to replace with p with j, the first initial position with j. So let's see what will they do. So it shows negative, means, see guys, strings are mutable. When actually we discuss about when it shows negative, when they're mutable, like a tables, not like a list. But actually it behaves like a list, but it was showing error because this, we can change the values, but it's not a perfect value. So let's see what will happen. We, along with you just learn about the slicing, right? What means the slicing? Just how to print the a particular range of a particular list, right? Like that in the list also, in the string also, like that, guys. So that is word of 1 is to, because see, I want to change 0 position, so I want to print the rest. So it starts from 1 to n. So let's see the output. Just print the word. So let's see what will the output. Before that, just save this. After that, run this. Sorry, before that, just create a new variable for that, because guys, it shows some error. So before that, just save this first and just run this. Let's see what will output. See, Python programming. So by using this method, we can just assigning a value. Actually guys, if you try running, you will get the type error, because string objects does not support this item assigning. So basically it's saying it won't let you edit in the string directly, guys. Instead you just bring a new string and save this in this pattern, like which title you want to change plus particular range. I want to change in between, like in this I want to change the value n. So how can you just create a new variable, new word, again new, not just creating value variable new, and find the location of n, like 0 1 2 3 4 5. So 50th position I want to change, so I just want to print the rest, right? So just what you do, just write the word of is to 4, maybe see 0 1 2 3 4 for 4. So up to 4 I want to print. So up to 4 means I want to print up to 4. So what will happen, I just want to give 5 means then it print up to 5. After that plus I want to change the particular n. So what is that, I want to change up to with a capital N. So after that I just want to print the rest. So plus word of we just fill the 6th, so up 7th onwards to rest. So before that, save this first, just run this. See, I forgot to print the new word, so just sorry, I just want to print word new and just save this, guys. Before that, save this and just run this. See what is happening. Actually, a 6th position, 7th position is starting side, so start with 6th only. After that, save this first and just run this. See what is happening here. Python programming. Why it shows the no space, guys? Because see, actually I skip one space, because see, actually it occupies 4, means see the Python programming 0 1 2 3 4. So what means 0 to 4 means up to 5th position. We just learn about, if you write a number, you please starting with anything and end with be n plus 1. Like if you want to end with nth range, nth position, then you should write n plus 1, right? So like that I want to end with 4, so I write n plus 1 means 5. I hope you understand. After that, I write the particular value to be changed. After that, I just started with the next value. I hope you understand that. So after that, I just run this, I just change it, like Python programming. I hope you understand. So by using this, we can change from starting or ending or anything from middle. Just find the location first and just adjust the location with by using this pattern. I hope you understand, guys. This is a very easy topic. Do not be neglect this. See guys, just practice more. So I want to I just want to ask the one question, and please try, guys, do not skip this part, because if you skip it and if you neglect this means, see guys, one thing, learning concept is a one trick, but practice means a man's perfect. So just listen to the topic once, and practice more by just spend more time rather than listening than practicing, guys. First listen one time, understand the concept. After that, practice more than you listening. I hope you understand. So like that, we discuss about that how to create it. So I want to ask a small question, guys. So please do not skip this. So please, I want to change it small g to capital G here. This is the first question, and second question, you want to change the both G's means you will waste this. And again this M also I want to change the capital M. I hope you understand. So after that, I just want to recap from this up to now what I told. That is, see, what is a string? Is a format of text. We discuss about how to create a string in single variable, single code, double code, and triple code. Along with you just print the strings. And why use we just learn about why use a single quote, because to print the apostrophe also in single when you use single quotes to print the apostrophe, the Python compiler will be confused where the string will be ends, because the quotes will indicates about the starting and end of the string. So if we use single quote in apostrophes, then in apostrophe we save it in single quotes, it will confuse the where is the starting and ending word. That's why we use the double quotes. And triple quotes is used for the to print the multiple line code, like a paragraph, like essay, anything else. So that is the power of the triple quote. After that, I want to print this along. After that, I want to show the type of particular variable, so that we just learn about it's a type of string. I hope you understand. After that, we discuss about the stringing indexing. Like, see, in our in the list also, guys, in the list concept we discuss about indexing, like that same pattern only, guys. It starts from, see, in list we just store the multiple values in a one variable, and we just giving the particular position by the variable, like a 0 1 2 3 for the values. But just there's the same concept for strings also, but there's one difference, because see, in list it stores one in one position, it stores one value, but in the strings, means in the list we store in one location we store one value, but in the strings we store one character in one value, one position. I hope you understand. And we just call by using this like in the strings. After that, I find the length of the string. After that, I want to change. You see, guys, in list and strings are immutable, you know that. After that, how to change the character in a string. So by using this pattern, we just discuss about that. So this is the what we discuss up to right now. I hope you understand, guys. It's a very easy topic, so please do not skip this. After that, we discuss about the slicing, right? Like start and stop by using this pattern. I hope you understand. This is a very easy concept, so don't need to worry. So you want to print it reverse. What is the pattern? Simple. Just write that print word of is to -1. I hope we discussed this one in the last class, guys. I hope you understand. Just run this one. See, it was printing in reverse pattern, everything. So this is we discuss. So this is very important. So do not forget this one. So after this, what we want to discuss about? So I want to give a small question regarding this. So I hope you understand how to reverse a string and how to change the values by using by creating a new variable and just guiding the location in as detail. I hope you understand. So please do not skip this part, because it's very important. I hope you understand. So after that, we discuss about the one topic, guys. It's very interesting. Like how can you extract a domain from an email? It's a very interesting concept, guys. Please do not skip this one. So let's create an email, guys. So let's create a variable first. Email is equal to student@gmail.com. So this is an example, guys. Don't need to worry about that. So before that, just save in double quotes. I forgot to put in double quotes. So after that, what should you do means, I just creating a variable to find the index of the index, right? Index of @. So see, guys, to find the domain of a given email. What is the pattern? See, what is the domain of this email? Gmail.com, right? Gmail.com, right? I want to print this gmail.com. I want to find the domain for that, guys. I hope you understand. So for that, I just want to give the one particular location, so it is helped me. So just write email.index. So it shows a particular position when you give a particular character. So just give the @ then it's save in the index one. So let's print this one. It shows the value of the at index, right? After that, I want to print the just domain only. So domain is equal to, what is it? Email of at index plus 1 is 2. Means I starting with particular one at index plus 1, means at index means @ right? At index means @ location, and I want to start with the next one. So plus 1 means that it starts from G to N. So let's see what will the output. Before that, just save this and just run this. Sorry, I forgot to print the domain. Sorry, print of domain, right? Just save this and just run this first again. See, it's just printed the domain. So I want to change it. So just ask from the user. Wait that. Input of enter your email. I know what is mean by input. I think you can ask directly from the user. So just before that, save this and just run this. So write your email. So write that to student @ what do you mean by that? Let's give yahoo.com. So just enter this. See, yahoo.com. It printed the particular domain. I hope you understand, guys. So by using this, we just created to extract the email. So after that, this is one topic. So of indexing and slicing works together. This is exact the kind of logic we use in email validator project later. I hope you understand. So I just want to give a real world question, right? So slicing is a lot like a recycling, guys. I think you know that. So you're not destroying the original material, but the original string stays touch, right? So you're just taking a part you need to and reshaping it into something new and useful. I hope you understand. So we know so that we can use that existing string or not. Just asking this question. Just share in the comment section. Just don't need to worry. It's a very easy one. So I just want to recap what we told in the up to now. So we just recap again already about that what is indexing. After that, we just discuss about the slicing part. After that, we're discussing about the how to create this email part. I hope you understand. So this is the one I want to discuss right now. And just the next topic is escape characters. What do you mean by escape characters? So actually, guys, now let's we solve the problem you did otherwise run straight into. So what if you want a string that itself contains a code marks matching to surrounding codes? So see, guys, so we just learned about that we use double quotes for just printing the single quotes, but I want to print single quotes. I want to print double quotes. In the double quote, I want to print the variable. It contains double quotes. So I'm storing the variable in double quotes only. See, let's see how can you store that. So let's see. I just want to create one text. Like text is equal to he said hello. So this is a text we're discussing about. So I just want to print the text. Let's see what will be happen. Print text. Before that, just save this one and just run this. See, it shows that hello is an error. So how can you print this double quote? Let's see how can you crack it. So just a small correction, guys. Just add one slash regarding this. As just only black slash. I hope you understand. It's just a black slash is enough. And in this position. So this position is enough, guys. So it will print the double quotes. So let's see how it will be. Just before that, save this first and just run this. See, he said hello. So I just printed the double quotes inside the double quotes. So what is happening here? Actually, guys, we discussed about that when you use double quotes inside the double quotes, then it will confuse the starting and end point of the string, right? But by indicating the black slash, it shows the it indicates a compiler that we just want to print the double quotes in the output section, so that it is using the it has to print the double quotes in the output. I hope you understand. So this breaks the Python does not know whenever the string is supposed to end. So this is where the escape characters save us. An escape character which starts with / and tells the Python to read in the next character separately. I hope you understand that. So actually discuss about three we discuss about the codes like single quote, double quote, triple quote, along with now another thing we discuss about the / I hope you understand. So this is the one. So uh, I want to explain the next. I want to explain another thing about the escape code that is easy. Don't need to worry. So I just want to print one statement in two lines. So how can you print? It's easy. So hello world and just /n. So please listen this guys. It's very important. Welcome to Python programming. I hope you understand guys. So before that, just save this first. Before that, I want to save some corrections. So save this and just try and run this. What will happen? See, hello world, welcome to Python. Before that, just save this once and run this. See, hello world, welcome to Python. So I just tried a single line, but it just printed two lines. How it is possible? Because by using this /10 means it gives a command to Python to go to the next line and print the rest of the one. So this is the power of /10 guys. I hope you understand. This is again a escape code. So please remember this. What is a // and along with I want to explain the next thing is /t. What do you mean? That means a tab space. Means it gives the four space buttons. Like see, I just want to print name is to /t Arthik. So before that, save this one, just run this. Let's see what we output. See, it just gives the one tab space. I hope you understand this. So by using /t. So we discuss about the escape codes, that is /n and /t. So I hope you understand guys. It's very easy to understand. So please don't forget that. So this is about we're discussing about right now. So this is the one. So I want to the next topic is a string method. Means it's a toolkit of strings. So there are some methods regarding the string. So how can you convert a string into uppercase or lowercase, like a title or like a capitalized? Means I want to explain this one by one. So don't worry, it's very easy. So please don't skip this. So guys, up to now it's a basic level we discuss up to now. So after that we're discussing about the main topic of the strings. So please focus on this up to now. Please focus up to now. I think you focus up to now and please continue with that. The topic is string methods. So please, it's very important guys. Please do not neglect this. So the first we just cover in this part like upper function, so lower, title, capitalize. So just up to now we just cover this. After that we just go on forward. So do not skip this guys. It's very easy. Please do not forget this. Okay. So let's create a variable. Let's name is equal to Arthik. Sorry. So my name is this. So I want to convert every letter in uppercase. So how can you convert? Just simple guys. Just write print of name dot right upper. I hope you understand. After that just save this one. Just run this. See what is happening here. Sorry, I just want to add this in the upper off. That's it. Just save this first and just run this. See, it's converted every letter into upper. So I want to convert into lower. How it is possible? Just simple guys. Similarly like that. Print variable dot lower off. Done. Before that just save this and just run this. See, it's converted everything into smaller. Now just take a title. What do you mean by title? Like see, the starting letter is said to be a capital after the rest of it will be smaller in the particular word. In the title means if the combining of two words like this only, guys. See, for example, like I want to explain that I want to change one thing like SAI, right? So I just want to print of name dot title title. I hope you understand. Just type of say this first and just run this. See, it was converted like, see, everything like, see, the starting of the particular word is capital, remaining are small, so it's converted like a title form. I hope you understand. After that, just capitalize. What do you mean by capitalize? Let's see, guys. Do not worry, it's easy. So name dot capitalize off is done. So save this and just run this. See what is happened. The starting letter is capital, remaining are small. So that is the meaning of capitalize. I hope you understand. So these are the very everywhere in the real applications thing about how login systems often convert emails to lowercase before comparing them like so capital as student at the email and student at the email.com are treated as the same accounts. So next topic, we use these topics, guys. So before that, just hide this one. After that, we will discuss about the topics like strip, L strip. After that, R strip. I will explain what is this topics. Actually, this is used to clean the white space in the particular variable. So let's see what will happen. So just create a word variable with my c is equal to hello world, right? So this is a variable I use. I want to clean the cleaning the white space outside the particular variable string. So let's see how can do it. Just try the print of Messi the strip. That's it, guys, is done. So before that, just save this and just run this. Let's see what will be the output. See, the space is done. The outside space like this particular space and this particular space is done. It's cleaned. So I want to clean this left side part like this. I want to clean this only. I want to leave this part, but I want to clean this. Then you can use that one condition, that is print Messi dot L strip. That's it, guys. Means L strip means left strip. So before that, save this and just write it. See what is happening here. The left part is removed, but the right part is see the empty space. Like, see, this is empty. The right part still remains. I hope you understand. So I want to remove right. I want to leave left. So let's see what will happen. So let's just simple write Messi dot R strip and open the brackets. Done. Before that, save this one. Just run this. So what is happening? The left part remains constant, but the right parts was deleted. See. So I hope you understand that. So I just want to print another thing like, see, print Messi. For better understanding, guys, I hope you understand. Just run this and just see what is happening here. Actually, we cannot identify this one, so just the right strip is deleted automatically, but the left strip remains constant. I hope you understand that. So it removes the right side only. I hope you understand. So that's the power of strip we discussed. Up to now we discussed about the how to convert the uppercase, how to convert the lowercase, how to convert in title format, how to convert in capitalized format. After that we discussed about the stick and stick types, like how to remove the white space in both the edges and how to remove the left side only, how to remove the right side part. So we just discuss about these parts of the string. After that, let's discuss about this is a use for input validation. Like, whenever a user types the username with an accidentally space at the start, then the point strip cleans it before you check. I hope you understand. So checking what the string is made up of. I hope you understand. So let's check that how to check the means how to check that the string how the string is containing, like it's containing a number or letters, or it's containing letters only, it's containing digits only, or it's containing only white space, or it's containing that actually it's a form of title or not. Let's see how it is possible. So before that, we just remember the three four conditions, like is all number, after that is alpha, is digit, and is space, and finally is title. What do you mean by this? I will explain everything, guys. Like the string containing both number and letters, then you can use this case. And if the string contains only letters, then you can use is alpha, and it's used to verify these conditions are used to verify either it's containing only letters or it's containing only digits, right? And it's containing only space. So only space, or it's a form of title, only in title. So this is the one I want to discuss. So let's give an example so you can understand easily, guys. Don't need to worry about that. So simply create so just write print hello 123. I can write directly variable, or you can write the string directly, guys. No need to worry about that. So let's see it's all number or not. So after that, just save this one, just run this. Let's see what will happen. Is showing true. Why is showing true? Because why is showing true? Because it's containing both letters as well as the numbers. I hope you understand. So let's use another one, like print hello world dot is alpha off. Before that, just save this and just run this. Again true, because it's containing only the letters. So let's see. Dot is number, is digit. Before that, just save this and just want to run this, guys. So let's wait a second. I forgot to give the brackets. So guys, this is the one I want to discuss. It's a very important one for the brackets. It's very important. See, it's again true. So like that, let's create another thing like print of double quotes space dot is space off. So it verifies only the space or not. So after that, just save this and just run this. Again true. After that, the final one, the print side dot is title of. It's just asking true or false only, guys, in this format. Just run this one. So again true. So by using this, we can estimate that it's containing only the numbers, or it's containing only letters, or containing only digits, or containing both letters and digits, or containing only space, or containing only the title format. So by using this, we can easily solve it, guys. So this method returns true or false only, guys. So and they are backbone of input validation. We will use several of these directly in the password checker and email valid projects, guys. Don't need to worry, it's very easy. So I hope you understand, it's very very easy. So we discuss about what up to now we discuss about that dot uppercase, dot lower, dot title, dot capitalized, and along with we just for cleaning purpose we just discuss about the dot strip, dot L strip, dot R strip. After for checking is alpha, is all, is digit, is space, is title, and is all number. So we discuss about up to three types of the strings we discuss up to. So let's go to the next thing, that is setching in a string. So how to set a particular word or particular letter is present in the string by using these functions. So please do not skip this one. So the topic is setching in string. So it's very easy, just focus on it guys. So we discuss about 2 points, that is dot find of, dot index of. So when we will use this one, so actually guys, both returns a string in the index whether the substring was found or not. So what is the difference between them is, actually guys, if you use the find, when you use find, if you ask the variable, it is not the present, it shows in the form of -1. -1 means it said that it's not found and not a error. But if you index means it shows the some error, like a value error. So I hope you understand guys. So after that, let's see. So let's give an example, then you can easily understand. So let's create a variable first. Sentence is equal to Python is a great language. After that, just I want to print the particular part, like print sentence dot find of great. Okay, and it just show the location guys, don't worry, it's very easy. So means in which position, means in which particular location it was starting with G, like that. Sentence dot index of great. Before that, just save this and just run this. See, shows 12. What do you mean by 12? See, let's give an example, like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right, 10 for this part A only guys, do not worry about that. After the space is 11 and so on. G's particular location is 12. I hope understand. So this is the pattern we're discussing. So what is happening, the location of the grade was given in the form of numbers. So starting with 12, so the grade will be starts and having in the 12. So let's give another example, we can understand easily guys. So let's see. So just print the same one. So I just want to save time, so just using this one only. So just copy this and just paste this, and just want to change one this, that is Java. Right, before that just save this and just run this. What is happening here, what is showing here -1, because the find is used to find the value. If this not found, then it shows that not found in the form of -1. You know that if the condition is true, it shows it represents 1, otherwise false. But in this string type, if the condition is false, means it is not found, then it's represented -1. For the index, if it must be there. If it is there, then it will shows the location, otherwise it shows some error. So that is a difference between the find and index. I hope you understand. We discuss about right now how to use find, how to use index. So let's check that. I want to discuss another thing, like either it exists in the given variable or not, the value is existing in given string or not. So let's see. Just I want to print that, print of great in sentence. We use in as a keyword. In is used to verify that it existing or not. It is used to check if something exists without carrying where. So we use in keyword. So let's check that another one, like print of Java in sentence, right? So before just hide this one, so better understanding. After that, just save this and just run this. See what is showing for true, because great is present in the sentence, so it shows true, and Java is not present in the sentence, so it shows false. I hope you understand. So this is a very one. So this is honestly the most common way setching gets used in the real code, like simple, readable, and fast. So counting occurs. So let's see. Let's discuss about the count. We discuss about up to now what is that dot find of dot index of and dot in. We discuss about the in also, guys. So along with discuss about the topic that is count. What do we mean count? Count is used to find the particular location, guys. Means if you use, like, see, let's create a variable like text is equal to. Before that, I just want to write this one. So just text is equal to like banana, BANANA, right? I want to show how many A's was there in this particular text. So like just print of text dot count of A. That's it. It's done. You can use double quotes or single quotes. So I use double quotes. So before that, just save this and just run this. C shows 3 means the A character is having 3 times in this text. So it shows that it has 3 A's in the particular given text. So I hope understand. So let's connect it directly into the word counter project idea. So imagine counting how many items a specific word shows into paragraph. I hope understand. So like that we're discussing that. So please pause and just try this question. So there's before the just see this, I just want to creating a text like paragraph by using para is equal to the cat sat on the mat because the cat was tired. So read this sentence carefully, and just I want to ask that, like, how many how many cats was repeated and how many das was repeated. Just write in this format like text dot count equal to a, like that. We should create that in the form of this pattern and just print the output and shows the output, guys. So please, I hope you understand. It's very easy, and we discussed up to now in this part of searching a string. We discuss about the find, index, and int. Along with you discuss about the count. I hope you understand, guys. This was very easy. This is a question. So please read the question properly and just tell me that output, and just please try in the coding part. After that, please just pause the video and just try in the coding, and after you crack it, just share in the comment section, guys. I'll definitely verify it, guys. Do not worry about that. It's a very easy. So please not to neglect it, guys. It's very important and easy also. So that we discuss about what is a string, and we discuss a lot about the string. So let's create a small project regarding this. So I want to open this new one. So the project is maybe project 5. So project5.py, just enter this. After that, let's create a new project, guys. So the first program in this project, guys, program 1, that is password checker. You know that in the Google or any social media apps or any websites, we're just creating a small account regarding this. Just creating an email account and using password. There are some rules like the letter should be 8 and the character should be 8 and more than 8, and at least one digit, one uppercase, and one should, and etc. Some rules. So we can just discuss about that. So the password should be verified that that it should be containing. So it is at least 8 characters long. After that, contains at least one digit. Contains at least one uppercase. Okay, so let's see how can you do this. So before that, we just want to create a variable and ask from the user the output. So password is equal to input of enter a password, right? After that, just creating that as a digit, just create a variable that digit, okay, is equal to any, means any character. Just creating that char dot is digit of. I just creating in one line for request, because see, we cannot create a for loop for long range for char in password. So similarly, we're just creating for upper and length also, guys. So just I want to create a for uppercase, so it's waste of time to just writing again and again. Just copy this and just do small actions like has upper. After that, any char is upper for char in password. I hope you understand. So again, I just want to find the length. So long is equal to length of password greater than equal to 8, and it shows the true or false. So it shows true or false according to this thing. If the three condition is true, it exists, otherwise it shows the weak password. So let's see if you learn about or and AND case. If all the cases is true in AND case, then it shows true, otherwise it shows false. So if as digit and as upper and long, then print strong password. I hope you understand. Or else part print the weak password. I hope you understand. So you can write another thing regarding this weak password, that make sure it is 8 plus characters with a digit and an uppercase letter. So let's see what will be the output. So before that, just save this one and just run this. So let's see what will be the output. Just writing that simple one like RD123, just under this. So weak password, make it should be 8 characters. So it satisfies 8 characters. It satisfies with digit, but it has no uppercase. So what will happen? It shows error. So let's run it again. So write that RD1234, just under. So it's a strong showing strong also, because it has containing more than 8 plus, along with it containing digits and along with an uppercase. Or otherwise you just try with like RD. It is not signed for anything, like it has no digit, it has no uppercase, and it's also only it has more in the length of 8. I hope you understand. It has also not set for the length along with like that. So in this case, we're discussing about how to creating a password with this. I hope you understand. It's very easy, so do not worry about that. So let's check about the email validator. actually discuss about in the last one, but I want to explain in detail. So don't worry, it's very easy. So before that, I want to write this first. Okay, just so the next program to what is means email validator. It's very easy, so do not panic. It's very easy, do not worry about that. So before that, just creating an input, recording that email equal to input of enter your email, right? After that just creating the if condition, if at the rate in email and email dot count is equal to count of at the rate is equal to 1. Then what is output? So username, like username comma domain is equal to email dot split of at the rate. Why use split means? So actually guys, see, by using split means we can split a single string into two parts. Like see, student at the rate email.com means then what will happen? Username is student and domain becomes the email.com. So that is why we're using the split condition, guys. It's very easy, don't worry. So let's create another one. Like again want to write this one, like if dot in domain and not email dot starts with at the rate and not email dot ends with at the rate, then print valid email id, email format. Are you understand, guys? If dot in the domain, dot is present in the domain and not in email dot starts with and not email which ends with at the rate means email when you start with email with at the rate and when you not start with an email at the rate and not start ends with email at the rate and the dot is present in the domain, then it will exist and it shows the valid email name. Else print invalid email format. I hope you understand, guys. It's very easy. So I just done it and along with just copy this, guys, this header part. After that just print this. So if this first case also false means then it shows the same pattern. So before that, save this one and just run this. So let's create and enable that student.gmail.com. gmail.com. So just enter this. See, it shows a valid format because see what is showing here. If at the rate in the email and email count at the rate is equal to 1. So what will happen here? So it goes inside and username becomes student and domain becomes gmail.com. I hope understand. After that, if dot is present in the domain, see dot is present in the domain and not email starts with at the rate. Email is not starting with email because it starts with S and email ends with at the rate. No, email ends with M. so that it shows it prints the valid email format. If it's one is not satisfied, means if you forgot .com or if you start with @ or end with @ anything one you are not done, then it shows the invalid email format. If the @ is not in the email and email.com is not equal to 1, then what will happen here? It shows that invalid email format. I hope you understand. So this is the one we discussed about. So by the end of this video we discuss about the string and its types and its uses. So like creating a string and indexing of string and along with slicing, and how to use escape like slash and slash t and slash but slash one, and string methods like uppercase, lowercase, and after that one second, uppercase, lowercase, title, capitalize. Along with you discuss about the strip, L strip and R strip, and along with you discuss about the is alpha number, is alpha as digit, is space is title. Along with you discuss about dot find and dot index in, and along with you discuss about the count. So and you discuss about the two projects regarding what is a password checker and along with what is the email validator. I hope you understand. So by using this, please share, like, subscribe this channel, guys, and please comment in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.